Okay, so here I am. I apologize again. I had to look through my boxes. No one did steal, but when I was homeless, I had been homeless 3 times and almost lost my life. I went to every church, picked up every prayer card I could, and had a finger rosary on my finger from my confirmation sponsor. And that's how I stayed out of trouble. And I had no cell phone. I had $20 a week. I'd pay for a cigarette, and they'd take this money and run and never give me a cigarette. They'd steal my clothes. I'd go buy a thing of Q-tips. They'd steal my Q-tips, and when they gave extra cookies, it was all black women there and a few white people. And I asked the black girl, and she'd ask me if she could have a Q-tip. I'd give her a bunch of Q-tips, and then I'd say, "Can I have a cookie?" Because the black woman would give all the blacks the extra food. And she said, "No, I share them with only my friends." And it hurt and made me angry. And there were people talking to themselves and saying they were going to shoot this one and kill this one. It was awful. It was a nightmare. And there was a lot of good people and there were a lot of bad people. And I got thrown against a wall. I got told to get out at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I prayed the rosary out on the streets of Trenton, scared to death. Um, Horrifying. I was out there almost a year. The third time I was out there, 7 months. But I wrote a speech. I found a journal. So I apologize from the depths of my heart, especially to God, about this speech that I wrote. And let's see if it's in here. It was torn out of my book. Isn't that interesting? Some Italian probably stole it from me. It's gone out of they stole it. The speech was stolen. It's gone out of my book, my journal. Some asshole stole it from me. That's disgusting. It's probably those therapists who think they own me. It's just my work, not their work. They don't know what they're doing with my life, but screwing with my mind. I don't care about any of the mental patients. I don't care about them because I got to care about myself. They stole it. So hold on a minute. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to remain calm from all the violence that I've been through and seen. Down in Trenton, I saw people's faces get shot off, get run over, half their body run over by trains. It was so traumatic. And when I was at that Northwood hospital, they were threatening me with a needle, and I wasn't even acting out. I was being perfectly calm. And I wrote a speech in a group. And the group was a pretty good group. So was the music. I always love the music groups. So here goes this speech. Dear attendees, we are gathered here tonight to talk about stigma. Oh, the night I was going to get a shot, which they gave me one anyway of Haldol, and I wasn't even acting up. But before they gave me the shot, I spoke very clearly, very sharply, and I spoke very loudly. And both units of patients got dead silent, and the staff went crazy because they didn't like that the patient was more sane than them. Dear attendees, we are gathered here tonight to talk about stigma, in particular mental health stigma. When one exhibits stigma, it ricochets back and forth, causing fights, wars, etc. In reality, it's dangerous, painful both to sufferers and sufferees, etc. We must, on a broad spectrum, bring education to all so we can come together with less ignorance and more understanding. And that goes for me too. Kindness and peace. Sufferers are in pain, not the plague. Sufferers are frightened. Now, if somehow we can bring this together in kindness, education, and understanding, there will be peace in all socio-sexual, socio-racial, socio-financial parameters alike. To be continued. This is what's going on in Russia and the Ukraine, and children are getting hurt and seeing this, and God only knows what they grow up to be. But you only pray to God that they don't get nervous disorders and everything else, and that their parents help them as the best they can as human beings too, with pain thresholds of their own. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not a bad person, and I'm not a violent person, but I've done a few things lately that have really disturbed my equilibrium. And I am a talented girl and artist. And all artists are very sensitive and very outspoken if you let them be. If you pick on them, you'll see a side to them that you won't like. At least this artist you will. And I can't create and I can't grow as long as I'm being smothered. And unfortunately, I was in one hospital where they wrenched my neck side to side and smothered my face with a face mask and tried to kill me, it felt like. Told me I was bizarre and laughed at me. And I had not anything but a paper gown and not even underwear on. And I was in 4-point restraints. Very sad.